that we have lost already. So they want us to give up, but we're not going to give up. And the reason why is because the statewides can't get away from these maps. They may hurt us in our House seats and our congressional maps and our Senate maps, but all those that are statewide and are nationwide, they're not going to get away, and they're going to pay the price. That's why Republicans are calling, going, what the hell is going on with our country? They're frustrated. Everybody hates us. Nobody likes it. Nobody. Independents, Democrats, Republicans, nobody likes it when politicians pick their voters, and that's what's happening. And there's.
The only power that you guys have is to stay away, and that by coming back, you're giving that up.
I think that's their choice if they want to stay away. I think that the reality of being able to stay away long enough to keep this off, keep this from happening is unrealistic. So we have to fight. We're going to continue to fight. And I believe at some point, despite so many of these being appointed by whatever president they are, we have to believe that these men and women have some dignity and honor in their own legacy in the courts, and we have high expectations for the courts. We're going to tell them how to rule. I just hope that they follow the precedents that have been set forth beforehand. We just had a great case in the Fifth Circuit where Louisiana's maps were shown that we feel protected. Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act, if that continues, I think we're going to be okay.
What's your message when you're seeing half of the delegation from Bexar County, majority, minority, not here today?
Last question.
I can't answer for any one particular member, their own personal beliefs about why they wanted to stay away. I know that this is a really difficult decision for all of us, but I know that all of us that are here today, we're locked in arms. We're here to do the right thing, and we're going to make sure that America continues to see it. The fact that I have a police escort, a DPS escort, I think that's going to be something. Again, you know, Texas doesn't want to see this. We're resorting to a different kind of nation. We just need to go back to who we've been, not to this greatness that was pre-Voting Rights Act and pre-Civil Rights Act, which is where the administration wants to take us. And I refuse to be a part of it, where we silence our own people in this state that I love and I've only known as my only home. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much.
Vice Chair Mihaela Plisa, Vice Chair of the Texas House Democratic Caucus.
Do you guys have a question? Does that work?
Can you move over just a little? The other way. There.
So, what was your reaction to the greeting, I guess, you received here for the session?
Thank you so much for your question, Jack. Look, this is what it's all about. It's about their voices, the people's voices, and how is that represented in this building. So I was overwhelmed by the welcome, and that's how it's been in every state that we've been, whether it's California, Illinois, or New York. The people want to have their voice heard.
And let me ask you about fines, because the House, all the people who will form $500 fines a day, that's 2 weeks worth. Now they're saying that you're going to have to pay for investigative costs from Texas DPS. What do you say to that? How are you paying for all this?
Well, the money is going to come from our own personal checkbook. But let me just say this. The wastefulness of the Republican Party of Texas putting DPS agents and state troopers in front of our homes when they knew that we weren't there. They took police officers off the beat that were protecting Texans to watch our homes that they knew we weren't there. We were doing press conferences. We were all over the country, and they made Texans less safe. As far as the fines, it's a small price to pay to save democracy.
Beyond the fines, what other consequences do you think your colleagues may face from that?
Well, look, we have seen the governor make some really serious threats. He's talking about bullets in his belt. And what I'm saying to the governor is, please watch your language. Texas Democrats have had bomb threats, 2 bomb threats at places where they thought we were at. We've had members have their car tires slashed. We had 20 unsolicited pizzas be sent to the homes of Democrats with a Minnesota shooter's name as the sender. We need to be careful, because blood will be on people's hands if they don't tone down this hateful rhetoric.
What's the path forward?
The path forward is to put the people of Texas first and put Donald Trump's political power grabs to the wayside. We are here to make sure that the students of Texas have what they need, whether that's doing away with the STAR test, whether we're working on property taxes, whether we're talking about flood relief. But Democrats have to be here because we have to take the fight to the courts. And we feel good about what we saw come out of the Fifth Circuit in Louisiana. And Republicans, they should be scared.
Ma'am, can you talk about what you feel like you're getting out of having done this walkout? What do you feel like Democrats are?
We have woken the nation up. They realize that the power is in their hands. Look, the power of the people is stronger than the people in power, and the nation is recognizing that. We have governors all across the nation that are ready to take the game to the right playing field. If they're going to do power grabs, so can we. Democrats have been pushing for independent redistricting commissions in every state that we have the governorship. That's what we fought for, fair maps. But if Republicans want to play dirty, Democrats can take their white hat off too.
Republicans on that note, they're just calling the Democrats hypocrites because they've already done that, they say, to their states, Illinois, California.
We have never done the blatant power grab that Republicans are trying to do. Democrats never took a call from a Republican or from a Democratic president that said, give me 5 more seats. Something similar to what he said in Georgia, give me 11,000 more votes. Democrats don't do that. Democrats don't do mid-decade redistricting without census data. We play fair and we play by the rules, but if they're going to change the rules, we'll meet them on the field.
I'm going to bring in Representative Aaron Zwiener, who represents a large part of the 35th Congressional District that is under threat by this redistricting.
Hey, yeah. I represent Congressional District. Oh. About 70% of my district is in Congressional District 35, which is a court-ordered Hispanic Opportunity District that is being decimated by these maps. All of the parts of it within my district are being put into white majority districts. Congressional District 35 links Hispanic communities all along the I-35 corridor, and these are communities that have long established relationships with each other. Cousins live in East Austin and Kyle, or San Marcos and San Antonio. And these voices are going to be drowned out in white majority districts that will take away the voices of my constituents. One of those districts, Congressional District 21, reaches almost all the way to Fort Stockton. Another one of those districts, Congressional District 27, goes all the way to Victoria and Corpus Christi. My constituents are going to be put in a place where their member of Congress has zero reason to pay attention to them because they are there to be an afterthought, a tiny slice of the district that can be ignored. I'm not okay with that. I want my constituents to be heard in Congress so that they can fight for good constituent services, for policies that help support their families with health care and education and cost of living. And instead, their congressional reps are going to be given a license to ignore the people of Hays County. That's wrong, and that is what we are fighting against.
What's your strategy?
I have never seen the Republicans in this building, particularly the governor, do the right thing. So I know they are going to go all out to try and pass these maps. We are going to fight back. But the question is whether or not these maps become law. And it's time for us to hand the fight off to our voting rights experts and attorneys who can fight back, because these maps do violate the Voting Rights Act and they violate the U.S. Constitution by diluting the power of voters of color.
Do you have any plans to address this? Like, what's your strategy here on the House floor in Austin?
We are going to build a record that helps the legal fight go forward. We will try to persuade our colleagues to do the right thing, but quite frankly, I'm disappointed in the level of moral courage I see from a lot of my colleagues. And we're going to speak about the real impact of these districts. The other good thing we bought by breaking quorum is now the people of Texas know what these maps look like. They introduced these maps on a Wednesday, and we're planning to vote them off this floor on a Monday, which means Texans did not even understand what was about to be done to them. Now they know, and now they are furious.
Any chance you would leave again?
We leave all options on the table at all times, but I'm sure not going to discuss that type of strategy. Yes? Okay. Josh, you want to put else in? I think we're good. Okay.
Last availability that we'll have with any of the House Democrats.